Welcome, everybody. I'm AJ Grossman, divorce lawyer and certified family mediator with Leapfrog Divorce. I was a guest on a podcast recently, and I remember the host asking me for advice on how to pick a good mate or a good partner. And I remember talking about core values. What we hold dear to us, what's most important to us, those things that we value so highly that we're not willing to give them up for anybody. And core values is a topic that's really hot right now, being discussed a lot regarding businesses and organizations. And a good friend of mine, I was talking with him recently, and he said, you know what, you should do a video on that. And so in combination with the question that I get a lot about how is Leapfrog Divorce different from the other law firms? And so I wanted to share with you today the core values of my firm, Leapfrog Divorce. And it's not just the core values of my firm, it's the core values of me and everybody I hire to work at Leapfrog Divorce. And I want to make sure I get these right. So I've got a sheet of paper here that I'm going to refer to. And there are 7 core values. And I hope that this will give you some insight as to who we are as people, who I am as a person, and who Leapfrog Divorce is as a law firm. So here we go. Number 1, consistently demonstrate unequivocal excellence. So what that means is that we're never satisfied with the good enough. We're always looking for ways to make something better. Deliver higher quality work, deliver communications that are more efficient, something, unequivocal excellence, always striving to be better. Number 2 is do the right thing and be accountable. So what this means is doing the right thing when nobody's watching, right? So when we were children and we knew that our moms were watching over us, there were things that we just wouldn't do, like take an extra cookie out of the cookie jar or climb up the kitchen counter and go into the cabinet that had the delicious Flintstone vitamins, if you will, and down the whole bottle. There were just certain things we wouldn't do when people are watching. But when people weren't watching, when mom's not watching, we might do something that's not necessarily the right thing. So it's always doing the right thing when nobody's watching. And so the right thing in divorce, working with clients, is spending an appropriate amount of time doing a piece of work for a client and recording that time accurately. If it takes 5 minutes to respond to an email, you document and record 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, not 15 minutes. While that might make you more money, that's not doing right by the client. And so always doing the right thing and then being accountable. So what that means is, if one of us makes a mistake, if I make a mistake, then I'm accountable for it. Then I own up to it and say, I'm very sorry, I made a mistake. Here's the mistake that I made, and here's how I'm going to correct it. All right. So number 3, compassion, honesty, and integrity. Working with people going through a divorce, it takes an incredible amount of empathy and a willingness to be vulnerable, a willingness to connect with your client when they're in a very dark place. And so having compassion for our clients, whatever they're going through, is critical. And so that's one of our core values, is always having compassion for our clients. And that extends to having compassion for the opposing party, whether it's a husband or wife or somebody else. It's having compassion for that person because they're going through a difficult time as well. It even extends to me having compassion for the attorney on the other side. They may have a very difficult client. They may be going through some difficult personal challenges. And so I'm not one to take advantage of somebody who's down in the dumps. I'm going to have compassion for that person. And so everybody at Leapfrog Divorce, and Leapfrog Divorce as an entity, values having compassion for people. Honesty, that should go without saying. Being honest is having integrity. It's being honest with yourself. It's being honest with your neighbor. It's being honest with your company, your fellow employees, your clients. It just doesn't serve a purpose to be dishonest. And more often than not, when somebody's dishonest, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come back to bite them in the behind. And so it doesn't make sense to be dishonest. So honesty is one of our core values. And integrity, I mentioned already. I remember working for a gentleman at another law firm who came to me one day and said, AJ, I admire you. You've got an awful lot of integrity. You conduct yourself with integrity. And what that really means is being in alignment with yourself and doing things that are in alignment with yourself, that match your values, your ethics, your morals. So that's who we are as a company. Number 4, enthusiastic, energetic, and competitive. So I've talked with a lot of lawyers in family law who help people get divorced. And many of them are what I would call burnt out. They're tired, they're depressed. We've got a significant problem with substance abuse, alcohol, drugs in the lawyer community in general. And so, being energetic, being enthusiastic, finding something about what we do each and every day that keeps up our level of enthusiasm and our level of energy. Because, while we at Leapfrog Divorce help people with divorces every day, our clients who come to us, oftentimes, this is the first time they have ever been divorced. This might be the first time they'll ever be divorced, and they don't know what it's about. And so we have to maintain enthusiasm and energy for our clients. And competitive, the third one in that list. I've talked in other videos about my competitive side, and that translates into me as a lawyer and translates into Leapfrog Divorce. We are always trying to do better than the opposing attorney. We're always trying to perform better in front of a judge at a hearing or a trial. We're always trying to be better at knowing the facts of the situation or knowing the appropriate law that applies to the facts. We're always trying to be better. And that's the competitive spirit. And so competitiveness is one of our core values. So number 6, continuous self-improvement. This one is huge for me personally and professionally. Continuous self-improvement means always looking for ways to strengthen your strengths and minimize your weaknesses. I'm not one of those people who believes in focusing on your weaknesses, building up your weaknesses into strengths. We're all born with natural strengths, natural proclivities, things that we just naturally seem to do really, really well. And so we value continuous self-improvement, focusing on those strengths. So that means reading books, watching videos, attending workshops, continuing legal education seminars. We're always doing something to help us be better people, better paralegals, better legal assistants, better lawyers, better business people, better husbands, better wives, you name it. We're always striving to be better. And that's something I look for when I'm considering bringing somebody new onto Leapfrog Divorce. Number 6 is understand the value of reputation. I had a professor out at Pepperdine University in the Strauss Institute for Dispute Resolution who said, your reputation is your most valuable asset. And I firmly believe that. I have spent over a decade building a strong, positive, favorable reputation here in my legal community in Florida. And I am not willing to do anything that will risk damaging that good reputation. And so we place a very high value on maintaining and understanding the value of reputation. The last one is treat everyone with respect. This one, again, it's huge for me, and that's why it made the list. Treating everyone with respect means no matter what your position is, position in life, social position at Leapfrog Divorce, we all treat each other with respect. So what does that look like? That means I treat my paralegals as equals. Yes, I'm the attorney. Yes, I have a bar license, but they're equals. And I treat them that way. We are a team. We are links in the chain where one link is just as strong as the other link. And so I've never been one of those attorneys to treat my paralegals in a derogatory manner or to talk down to them or to, God forbid, ever say anything like, well, you're just a paralegal. That's not who I am. And so treating everybody with respect is a core value of me, everybody who works at Leapfrog Divorce and Leapfrog Divorce as a company. It also means treating all of our clients with respect, treating the judges and court staff with respect, treating mediators with respect, treating attorneys on the other side with respect, treating the other spouse on the other side of the table with respect. There's just no excuse for being disrespectful to anyone. So that's it. Those are all the core values. I hope that you found that interesting and valuable and gave you a little bit more insight into who I am as a person, who the people are who work for me, and who Leapfrog Divorce is as a company and a law firm. So thank you so much for sharing some of your time with me today. I hope you found this valuable. My name is AJ Grossman. I'm a divorce lawyer and certified family mediator with Leapfrog Divorce. Be well, and I hope you have an amazing day.